My name is Nur Shafika binti Muhammad Sahil. What struggle that I have experienced, which is overspending on food delivery, shopping, or entertainment. I used to overspend on GrabFood, online shopping, and outings with friends. To handle it, I started limiting food delivery, eating at cheaper stall, and following the needs versus wants rule before buying. I also choose budget-friendly activity with friends. From this, I learned that convenience is costly discipline that help to save money, and while having fun is okay, essential must always come first. Next is financial habit. My first positive is I try to track my spending using apps or a notebook. Negative is sometimes I forget to record small things like snacks or online buys. My reflection is I learned that even small expenses matter, so I should record everything to avoid overspending. My second positive is save part of my allowance before spending on fun. My negative is sometimes I dip into saving for outings or shopping. So my reflection is from this, I realize it's better to keep emergency saving separate and only use spending money for planned activity.
Okay, now I would like to share about one of the biggest challenges that many students face, and so do I, which is limited allowance from parents. So I can see that for me, the allowance I get is usually just enough for food, and also since I bring my car to the campus, I need to fill my fuel every month, so it costs me very much. But when it comes to like personal ones or social activities, it gets quite difficult for me. So I can give you guys example that I need to pay, which is your ATM books or maybe e-books. But I know that thing is actually my responsibilities as a student. Or I can say sometimes they have hidden expenses that suddenly appear. And also, I can say that food in Bandaraya Melaka is also quite expensive, so it's actually a bit hard for me to manage my financial. Okay, so to handle this problem, I tried to earn extra income to support my expenses. So I actually joined affiliate programs on Shopee and also TikTok. I can see that this is actually helps me a lot to gain money and not just depending on my monthly allowance that my parents give me. And another way that really helps me a lot is proper budgeting. So I actually learned how to separate needs from wants, and from there I slowly gain discipline in managing money. So I can see that this habit actually makes me more careful with my spending and helps me survive with my allowance. So overall, even though limited allowance can be a little bit struggle, I manage it by finding extra income and prioritizing my needs, and also I practicing in a good budgeting. Okay, starting with a positive habit, I always record my monthly expenses. So I can say that this helps me a lot to know where my money goes. So another positive habit is that I try to identify which category that takes the most money. By doing this, I can plan better for the next month and adjust my spending if that is necessary. But of course, I also have negative habits. One of them is impulsive buying. I guess that is actually girls' problems, but sometimes I purchase things quickly without much planning. And another negative habit is poor saving discipline. I usually spend first and only save later if there is any balance left. So from these habits, I've learned some important reflections that I actually need to set a limit for personal spending to avoiding overspending. And most importantly, I should try to save first and only spend on wants if there is extra balance. So I can say that having a good financial habits really helps me manage my allowance better, while recognizing my negative habits reminds me where I still need to improve. Now I would like to pass to the next presenter.
Okay, what are the struggles that are faced by students like me is balancing my need and wants can be challenging, especially when I face the temptations like buying new gadgets, dining out too often, and spending on entertainment a lot. These are common common struggles that many of students face. To handle this, the best approach is to always prioritize my essentials, such as houses rent, bills, and also food. For non-essential spending, I can postpone it until my budget allows. Budgeting carefully and tracking every expense is also important to make sure I don't overspend. So the key lesson from this is that financial independence doesn't happen overnight. It requires discipline and patience, and I have to avoid something that distract myself to buy something that not essential at all. Okay, when we talk about financial habits, I've identified both positive and negative side, which is on the positive side, I always try to focus on necessity first, which is me as a student manage my daily life and academic responsibilities without too much financial strain. It also makes it a habit to save regularly, even in just a small amount from my allowance. This small saving helps me during my emergency. However, I also have my negative habits, which is peer pressure push me to follow the trend and spend my money to match my friend's style, which is to follow the trends on TikTok and also other social media platforms, which is can lead to instability and even debt. Another weakness is postponing saving for future needs. Okay, to improve this, I automate small saving transfers to build consistency and discipline, which is I also want to practice myself to say no to the unnecessary things and say yes to my necessary things in my daily life.
Design your rich life. What rich life mean? Being financially secure and independent, no constant worry about bills, rent, or daily expenses. Ability to focus on personal growth and happiness rather than money stress. Feeling stable and confident about the future. What I want to afford in our ideal life: a stable job or business that provide consistent income, a comfortable home with all essential needs met, saving for emergency and unexpected expenses, peace of mind knowing finance are under control. So here is my vision board, which is image of a cozy, well-maintained home, icons representing stability, bank savings, steady income, financial planning, and also picture of a calm lifestyle, relaxing at home, peaceful daily routine, visual of security like emergency fund jars or insurance symbol. Financial vision in 5 years short term, my goal is have a stable job and build a reliable emergency fund, which means earning a steady income that covers daily living costs and setting aside money for unexpected events like medical bills or urgent repairs. The emergency funds give peace of mind and reduce stress about money. 10 years, medium term, which is my goal is buy a first home and start investing regularly, which is owning a home provides stability and security for the future. Regularly investing even in a small amount help grow well over time and prepares for a bigger financial goals. In 20 years, long term, my goal is achieve financial freedom with multiple sources of income, which is financial freedom means having enough money to live comfortably without depending solely on a salary. Multiple income streams such as investment, side business, or passive income ensure long-term stability and freedom to pursue passion. Plan to achieve, which is budget monthly to track spending and avoid unnecessary expenses, save consistently and prioritize long-term financial goals, start investing early to take advantage of growth over time, and continuously learn about personal finance, investing, and money management to make smarter decisions.
Okay, now for my part, when I think about my rich life, it's really about freedom. So I actually hope and I want to be able to travel and explore the world and not stress too much about money, so I can go travel anywhere. So for me, it also means being able to afford yearly vacations and try out different cultures and experiences and even get proper travel gear. So basically, I just want to enjoy life while being comfortable financially. So in the next 5 years, my goal is to build emergency savings of at least RM10K and also start saving in ESB. And in 10 years, I want to own my first car, fully paid, inshallah, and buy a small apartment and also save RM50K for future family needs. And looking further, in 20 years, my vision is to achieve a financial independence with multiple income sources. And I also hope to own a family home and have a retirement savings of more than 500k. So I can see overall my financial vision is about starting small with savings, moving on to the assets, and eventually achieving a long-term financial freedom. So I think that's all from my part. Thank you so much.
What rich life means to me. Rich life doesn't mean that we have a lot of money, having a luxury brand, or expensive things. To me, rich life means you having a quality times with your loved one and your family, which is you build a strong relationship and creating meaningful memories. It also means being able to balance your studies, responsibilities, and personal life while still supporting and enjoying time with your family. In my ideal life, I want to afford a comfortable home and reliable transportation. I also want to have an ability to enjoy family trips, celebrate special moments together, and spend on shared hobbies. Overall, my idea of a rich life is living a balanced and fulfilling life surrounded by the people I love. Okay, my financial vision is about building a solid foundation for the future. In the short term, my main goals are to build a strong saving, fully pay my PTPT and debt, and also start investing consistently in platforms such as Tabung Haji and also ASNB. While in 5 years ahead, my aims are to own my own house and buy a car and also start an investment property. For the 10 years ahead, my bigger aim is to achieve financial independence. That means I want to enjoy a comfortable lifestyle, being secure enough to make a life choice freely and not being held back by financial constraints. I don't want to stress about financials again.